Wilderness calls to us with its serene beauty, but darkness transforms it into something else entirely. Tonight, we unveil the 3 most horrifying camping encounters ever documented, moments when the natural world revealed its most unnatural side. Fair warning, the final account may haunt your dreams long after you've heard it. Our first encounter introduces Brendan, the adventurous spirit behind the YouTube channel Brendan Explores. His expeditions typically unfold in pristine wilderness, far from human interference. February 11th, 2024 marked a profound deviation from this pattern. Brendan's journey began in Jaywick, once a vibrant holiday destination for Londoners, now bearing the unfortunate distinction of England's most economically distressed community.
A little town in England called Jaywick, coined as one of the most deprived towns in the UK. And I thought, as soon as I'm in the area, I just had to go and see it.
As he navigated its streets, an unmistakable sense of vulnerability descended upon him. Instinct spoke clearly. This environment posed risks he hadn't prepared for.
Right, after traipsing around for the last 20 minutes to half hour trying to find a spot, there's apparently a quiet little park up at the end here, maybe.
Adapting quickly, Brendan relocated his van to an isolated parking area several miles distant, the surrounding forest offering what appeared to be natural protection. The transition from urban decay to woodland tranquility allowed tension to dissipate as he prepared his evening meal, convinced he'd found sanctuary.
It's absolutely dead quiet. But thank you ever so much for joining me. I will bring you back in the morning and I'll show you a proper look at this place. Couldn't really see much when it's pitch black, but yeah, I'll see you in the morning.
This illusion of safety shattered with horrifying abruptness.
I think someone's outside the back.
First came the unmistakable sound of someone testing his door handles, deliberate, methodical attempts to gain entry. Brendan remained motionless, respiration shallow, hoping whoever stalked his vehicle would assume it vacant and move on.
Hey! Right, whoever the that was has now gone. I'm gonna get out of here. Oh my God.
What followed transcended simple break-in attempts. The explosive sound of tempered glass shattering filled the confined space as a window gave way, sending crystalline shards cascading throughout the interior. Brendan's involuntary cry of alarm echoed through the night as his intruder fled into forest darkness, leaving destruction and profound violation in their wake.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Peering through the jagged remnants of his window revealed nothing but impenetrable blackness. The woodland that initially promised protection now harbored an unseen threat whose intentions remained unnervingly unclear. Shit. By morning's light, the psychological impact remained undiminished. The barrier between safety and danger had proven far more fragile than Brendan ever anticipated.
Wanted to go home. I was really, I wasn't in a good mind space. After cleaning a little bit of broken glass from my driver's seat and the dashboard, you'd be surprised how far glass goes when it smashes. I've been finding little bits everywhere, but the van was in no fit state to continue camping in, and nor was my headspace, should we say. So I made the long journey back home. I think it was a good three and a half hour drive back to my house in Shrewsbury. Got there just before sunrise. Not a pleasant drive, to say the least.
The exhilaration of mountain biking through pristine forest represents freedom in its purest form, the harmony of human and natural world, movement through unspoiled terrain, communion with wilderness on its own terms. For Serbian content creator Stefan Jankovic, whose channel typically showcases life's lighter moments, this simple pleasure transformed into a life-altering confrontation. What began as routine recreation, capturing scenic footage while navigating forest trails, pivoted toward danger through innocent curiosity. During a brief rest, Stefan noticed an unusual depression in the earth. Without contemplating potential risks, he approached to investigate the unexpected feature. His exploration revealed more than anticipated. The depression wasn't merely a natural formation, but potentially the entrance to a bear's den. This realization came simultaneously with the appearance of its occupant. Full-grown bear now positioned between Stefan and his only escape route. In that moment, time compressed. Options evaporated. The massive predator edged closer, each movement carrying lethal potential. Yet fate intervened as the bear hesitated, then retreated several crucial steps. Whether from disinterest or uncertainty remains unknown. Stefan seized this narrow window of opportunity. With deliberate movements that balanced speed against actions that might trigger pursuit, he extracted himself from the depression and reached his bicycle. Only then did survival instinct fully engage as he fled the encounter, adrenaline fueling his desperate retreat. The wilderness had reminded him of humanity's precarious position in nature's hierarchy, a lesson inscribed not through intellect but visceral fear. Yet for all their unpredictable power, wild animals operate from instinct rather than malice. The same cannot be said for our own species, whose capacity for deliberate menace represents an entirely different category of threat. June 22nd, 2022. Brendan returns to our narrative, this time at the seemingly idyllic Lake Vyrnwy in Wales. Framed by forested hills and crowned with Victorian architecture, this reservoir presents a postcard vision of tranquility that beckons overnight visitors. As daylight surrendered to dusk, every element aligned for what should have been an exemplary evening of peaceful solitude. Brendan settled into his camper van as darkness enveloped the landscape, the distant sounds of water lapping against shoreline providing nature's lullaby.
Okay, all stuffed up. One absolutely epic evening. If it wasn't for those goddamn flies, which there's a couple still in here now, it would have been perfect. Anyway, I don't think there's anything left to do now, apart from getting dressed, get into bed, and wake up to that beautiful view. If you don't hear from me, then I've had a good night's sleep. I'll see you guys in the morning.
Deep in night's middle hours came the violation. Sharp, deliberate knocks against his vehicle's exterior that severed sleep with surgical precision.
I can see headlights.
Before confusion could resolve into understanding, high-beam headlights flooded his interior, the harsh illumination searching, probing through windows. Brendan remained perfectly still, instinctively understanding that revealing his presence might escalate an already threatening situation.
Who the was that? He just drove off. Didn't shout anything. Didn't ask if anyone's in here. Gave a couple knocks, shone the light in, and drove off. Shit. for someone to come back then. Jesus. What do I do? What do I do? The fact that they left makes me think that they're probably just going to leave me be now. I'm going to see how it goes for the next half hour or so. What time is it? 1 o'clock in the morning. Man. That is one absolutely terrifying feeling.
The vehicle lingered, its occupant's intentions unclear, creating an excruciating interval where time seemed suspended. Then, as abruptly as they had appeared, the lights extinguished and the vehicle departed, leaving questions hanging in darkness. Why target an isolated camper van? Was this merely intimidation or prelude to something more sinister, interrupted only by some unseen deterrent? Brendan maintained his vigilance until dawn provided enough security to depart, carrying with him the knowledge that even the most picturesque locations harbor potential threat when darkness falls. If these accounts have disturbed you, prepare yourself. What follows demonstrates the unchecked power of nature at its most devastating. That's all for today, folks. If you want to see more of this creepy content, click on the video on screen, and adds a final chilling thought to leave your audience with that lingering sense of unease that horror fans appreciate.